And let's see. All right, 1 minute to go. All systems is a go. And we got that. And we got the live video. And there we go. It's 10 o'clock. Let me go at my horn. Hold 1 sec. All right. So, to illustrate a point, I want to play something sitting down, squished between my desk and the chair in the back wall. And then we'll get started. So, of course, I didn't play that perfectly, but in stages, I was able to learn it. And it's just like this system here and the saxophone. I got literally the best saxophone in the world, well, the second best. The other one is a Selma Reference 54, $7,000. So I got the second best. But if I don't put in the work, right, I don't get better. And the same thing with this Freestyle Libre system for those of us that are diabetic. If we don't put in the work, having a ease of access of not having to prick our finger doesn't make us any more healthier. Getting this saxophone makes it easier to play. It sounds better, but I need to put in the work, right? Just like playing that song. And so I got a lot of questions. All of you guys are going out to get this thing. You're more interested in exactly what the system does, how it works, and you had beautiful questions. And thank you guys for following us. Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you guys for sharing the video. I mean, it was crazy, the amount of questions, the people who reached out, the mothers of children that were diabetic. Those of you guys that run organizations working with those of us that are diabetic, it was amazing, the response. And as ever, I am grateful. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I am the type that if I get a question, it's easier for me to answer it for everyone versus just sending emails back and forth. So if you don't know what I'm talking about the game changing system that has literally enhanced my life, I would say threefold. As a diabetic, you guys know we have to prick our fingers. It hurts. It definitely hurts. You get callous. The blood doesn't come out. You have to do it multiple times. You're blind, and trying to stick your finger and get to the right point just doesn't necessarily work. Or you have to become a finger pricking professional, right? A FPP, a finger pricking professional. And yeah, that doesn't work for me either. And so this system allows for a diabetic to wear a sensor on their arm and use their smart device to check their blood sugar levels, which gives me the immediate ability to make changes to either what I eat or the amount of insulin or pills that I take or not take, just depending on where the sugar levels are. And that's game changing because I can take my reading, it's in an app, it's in the notes, and then I can share those readings with my primary care physician, with my endocrinologist, and we're on the same page. Very simply, from one finger stick. So you take the technology that is here now versus, a month ago, as far as the accessible app, and compare it to where we were at, and you can see that we are light years ahead. So some of the questions I got was, can you take a shower with the Freestyle Libre sensor on? Yes, absolutely. I take a couple of showers a day. Never had any problem with it. Yeah, man. Shout outs to Michael Babcock. So yeah, you can take a shower with it, right? No problems there. How big is it? Now, you guys can imagine, right? Check this out. I get an email that literally just says, "How big is it?" And so I kind of tripped out for a minute. Stupid, my thoughts. Anyway, you so crazy, Mike. Um, so yeah, and so it's a little bit bigger than a quarter. I don't want to say a silver dollar. It's been a while since I've held the silver dollar, but it's like a quarter can fit with like a little rim all the way around. So it's slightly bigger than a quarter. It's about the thickness of 2.5 quarters, and a quarter meaning the U.S. currency quarter. Yep, that's what she said. Um, so it's not that big. It's not that intrusive. It's not heavy. You can barely feel it. A lot of times, if I'm doing something, I might brush it and it doesn't come off. It's a great adhesive and sticks to the skin very well. The other question I got is, when it is inserted, does it hurt? No, you just feel like a puff of air. It literally says "foof," and it's in your arm. It's almost like, you guys ever like heard a dart being shot through the air and it makes that pew, that it's a very soft, and no, it does not hurt. Can you swim with it? Up to 3 feet of water for 30 minutes, give or take. I don't swim, and I don't know anyone who does, so I'm just reading that from the Freestyle Libre website. So, yeah, I mean, 3 feet is cool for me because guess what? I'm not doing any more than 3 feet because I'm only 5'8" and I'm not drowning to test that out for you. But yeah, so you got that. Hold on one sec. Okay, the next question, Sydney Miller. Shouts out to her. She contacted me. She said her son was pretty much diabetic from a very, very early age. And she wanted to have a personal conversation with me, thanking us for all the work that we do and all that great stuff. And she was so happy to meet me virtually out of Texas over the phone, and said her son, like I said, is in his 30s and he's diabetic, and this will definitely help him. At the end of the conversation, yep. Does it connect with health on iOS? Good one, Michael. I don't know. Right? Um, I would hope so. That's cool. I will check it, and I will definitely get back with you. But Miss Miller states that she loved me, and I'm like, Okay, I love you too. So shouts out to her and her son in Texas. Really appreciate it. Felicia Jones started here in Georgia, went to like Oklahoma, or Nebraska, or Omaha, or some one of them weird cities. Um, yeah, no problem, Mike. If I call you Matt, you know I've been talking to Matt all week. Asked. Oh, she just wanted me to call her, but she asked about the shower thing, so I did contact her. Um, what you get? And there was one other health insurance. What do you do? So contact your doctor. We've actually had a couple of people who's actually did that and got their prescriptions. So just contact your doctor. They are full on aboard. They don't know anything about the accessibility to that. Oh yeah, for sure. Just wrapped up with a client and been texting them. So just talk to your diabetic doctor and have them to write you a prescription. The prices vary. My insurance, I paid $69 for the for the month supply and the machine. If I could do it all over, I would ask the question, can I just get the sensor without the machine, which I'm sure has a cost to it because I can't use it. It's not accessible. It's actually touchscreen. And so, it's just sitting on my dresser. Shouts out to everybody on Facebook coming in. Definitely appreciate you. This is actually going to my personal stream just because I need to quickly upload this to YouTube and then have Christy push it to all the other platforms. So it's just kind of easy to do it here. So if you guys are coming in on my personal Facebook and you don't know what the heck we're talking about, just say hi or something. But yeah, get your doctor to write a prescription. The price may vary, $69 for me. And when my wife called, it was like 101 for her. But just the ability of not having to prick your finger is a thing for me. Just the ability to be able to take my iPhone anywhere and not even use Wi-Fi. Yeah, the Braille. So yeah, I could just take my phone and it's using like near field communication the iPhone way. I don't need phone service or anything like that to be able to check my sugar, so I can pretty much check it anywhere. All right. So Walter chimes in to everyone, said Medicaid and Medicare will pay for it. That is absolutely true. Medicaid and Medicare will even pay for the upgrade from the 10-day. If anyone else, when I first started, literally 2 weeks ago, it was a 10-day sensor. So you need 3 of the sensor kits to last for a month. I got one more to go and a couple of more days to go on this sensor. So I don't know what the refills will be. I would imagine they would be cheaper than the whole system. But like I was saying before, I would ask if you can just get the sensors and not the device to lower your costs, because everything is set up very easily by creating an account using the Freestyle Libre Link app. You can go ahead and download it. Android. Does it work on Android? I do not have an Android device. It's the second time I've gotten this question. Accessibility is paramount to the company, so I would venture to say yes. But here's what I would also say. Download the app, create yourself an account, and just explore it, because the only thing it's going to do is say, put the iPhone near the sensor and scan it, and within an hour, if you're on the 14-day system, you'll be able to check your blood sugar. But outside of that, everything else should be, working, and you can tell whether it's accessible without having to go get it. Just download the app. Oh, yes. So Android um, was covered. Oh, so the difference between the 10-day and the 14-day, of course, 14 days twice a month, 10-day 3 times a month, but also the 10-day system. And not all pharmacies have it. And that's why I'm still talking about the 10-day system, because the 14 is that new, just beginning to be new. Um, the big difference is the 14-day, within an hour, you can begin checking your blood sugar readings. On the 10-day, for whatever reason, it's 12 hours later. So I have to sneeze. Of course, it never works live. I never can sneeze live. I just have this crazy feeling of having to sneeze and can't. So yeah, and so 12 hours later, you can check your blood sugar, and using the app. You still have to prick your finger if you need anything in between those 12 hours. But I just wait. I eat a light snack and just wait. I believe that was pretty much all the questions. Swimming, how big was it? How do I get it? What's the cost? Thanking us for all that we do. When I say us, I mean even you guys. Walter, Mike, all you guys on YouTube, all you guys on Facebook, all you guys on LinkedIn, Instagram, all you guys around the world. So listen, I got saxophone practice. Clearly I need it at 11. So if you don't have any more questions, I'll bid you adieu. If you do have any other questions that I can answer for you, it's always excellence, EXCELLENCE, at fedoraoutlier.com, FEDORAOUTLIER.com. Is that it? FEDORAOUTLIER.com. So I'm working on, Walter, a ribbon in the sky. That's what we'll be going over today. So see, practice. So anyway, yeah, working on that. But it's time for me to go. So thank you guys again. Let's change the world. Let's save some lives through some medical advancement, and let's change the world together.